A man wakes up startled by terrifying growls echoing from outside his window. From the balcony, a military helicopter slams into the building across the street. Adam, startled, carefully peered out from the window. People are fleeing in panic all around the neighborhood. One suddenly lunged at a passerby and began savagely biting them. Adam is stunned, completely lost about what's going on. He stumbles back inside in shock. Right then his neighbor came rushing in unannounced. He says his roommate's gone mad and begs Adam for shelter. He holds his head and runs to the bathroom. Adam just grabbed the kitchen knife. Breaking news suddenly appeared on the television screen. A zombie virus outbreak hit the city. Bites or scratches cause infection. Just then, his neighbor showed up. He clutched his wound, swearing he wasn't infected. Then suddenly his eyes turned bloodshot. Adam raised the kitchen knife, forcing his neighbor to leave immediately. Luckily, the neighbor still had some control. He roared and flung the door open. Suddenly, desperate screams echoed through the hallway. Adam frantically bolted the door. Through the peephole, he watched zombies maul his neighbor. He covered his mouth and collapsed. The grim truth of the apocalypse slowly sank in. His father's text shattered what remained of his composure. His parents were also struggling in this dire situation. Adam recoiled with trembling fingers. No one picked up on the other. Adam had no choice but to focus on himself now. Staring at the family portrait, Adam silently vowed in his heart, if only for his family's sake. He vowed to live on for his family. Early the next morning at dawn, Adam began his struggle for survival. He blocked the door with a fridge, keeping the zombies at bay. He hastily sealed all the windows tight, hiding from the zombies outside. Knocks echoed through the hallway. Adam yearned to converse with another person. He resisted and kept it shut. Who knew if it was human or zombie out there? The days passed slowly in this endless monotony. Adam was bored to death. Adam racked his brains to pass each endless day, until the very night arrived. A noise suddenly came from the bathroom. Adam was gripped by intense unease. He grabbed a baseball bat and crept forward. To his horror, a zombie crawled out of the ventilation shaft. Adam spun around and ducked into a corner. The zombie limped into the living room. Adam's heart leapt into his throat in terror. Luckily, the zombie missed him. Seizing the moment now, Adam cautiously launched a surprise attack from behind. This marked his first zombie kill. It took a while for his pulse to steady. Adam carried the corpse and tossed it off the balcony. Next, he wedged the surfboard into the bathroom. But zombies were only part of his problems. Several days went by. The water supply was cut off. Food was down to 3 days' worth. Adam was on the verge of breakdown. His phone suddenly lit up with a signal. He excitedly took the phone. He grabbed the phone and found his parents' last message. The elderly couple faced a zombie attack at home. Adam was crushed by the devastating news. The news left him hollow, devoid of hope. A sudden surge of fury ignited deep inside his heart. He grabbed a stick. Adam violently kicked the door wide open. He wanted to kill some zombies to vent his rage. Instead, he faced his zombified neighbor. He wavered but could not bring himself to strike. Right at this very moment, zombies rushed out from the corridor end. Adam dodged swiftly through the horde. He got trapped in the stairwell. He dashed quickly down to the lower floor. This floor had very few zombies. Adam pushed himself to run faster. He doubled back through the opposite stairwell. He shook off the zombies. He rushed back into the apartment. That was a close shave out there. The pain of losing his parents. The grief had mostly faded away, only to be replaced by crushing loneliness. He could see no purpose in dragging out this empty life. Furious, he ripped down the window coverings. He typed his final journal entry on the computer. Adam took a rope and tied it around his neck. Just as he was about to kick the stool away, he caught sight of a woman outside the window. In his shock, Adam nearly strangled himself. He broke free from the rope. He rushed over to get a closer look. Before he could even greet her properly, she pulled the curtains shut. Yet despite this, Adam could hardly contain his excitement. All these days he had been utterly alone. At last he found a living person here. The world suddenly bloomed with color in his eyes. At the crack of dawn the next day, Adam went out to the balcony to wave at her. She looked just as thrilled to see him. Zombies were crawling downstairs. They feared any noise might draw unwanted attention, so they resorted to reading notes. Maybe they'd been alone for far too long. They talked non-stop once started. Adam acquired 2 crucial insights from their talk. She introduced herself as Eve. She was all by herself now. For the first time seemed to fly for Adam. That night he was far too excited to fall asleep. He cleaned himself up from head to toe thoroughly. The next morning, he was full of vigor and ready to go. He learned Eve was out of water. Adam grabbed a rope and threw it across. He set up a makeshift zipline. He knocked the bottle onto the railing. The loud noise drew the attention of the zombie. The creature could even scale walls with terrifying ease. It quickly climbed toward Eve's balcony. Adam's heart pounded with fear. He threw a bottle at the zombie. The bold action completely captured its attention. The zombie kept climbing up floor after floor toward him. Adam bolted back inside for cover. Another zombie was already battering the hallway door. Adam was caught in a trap. He braced himself against the fridge. The climbing zombie had made it to the balcony. It rammed its head against the tempered glass. Adam braced himself for the ultimate life-or-death fight. The zombie crashed through the shattered glass. He knocked himself out. Adam seized the chance to strike. He charged onto the balcony, laying into the zombie. This near-death experience changed. Adam realized staying put would mean certain death. He needed to scavenge for supplies, find a way out of here now. Gritting his teeth, he opened the door. The hallway was deathly quiet. His neighbor lay dead on the floor. He just located his neighbor's keys. Then suddenly he heard noises from behind him. Adam couldn't escape in time. He had to play dead. Luckily, the zombies passed him by. Adam quickly stood up before the zombies could reach him. He unlocked and burst through his neighbor's door. Bloodstains littered the living room. Adam entered the bedroom. He spotted the neighbor's flatmate on the bed. Once sure it was safe, he searched the house for supplies. The cabinet held a jar of peanut butter and some crackers. To his pleasant surprise, to their amazement, the neighbor was actually a passionate hiker. After a quick search under the bed, he found a hiking pack. Just as he was about to grab the rope, a massive figure loomed before him. Adam knocked the zombie down with his pad. The relentless zombie kept coming at him. In a panic, he seized the climbing axe. He drove the axe deep into its back. Adam, still in shock, he grabbed the supplies and rushed out. The hallway remained packed with standing zombies. He barely dared to breathe a sound. He quickly turned his head. Another zombie stood right in front of him. Adam calmed down. He dashed back inside before the zombie could react. Great risks bring great rewards. Inside the neighbor's hiking bag, 2 walkie-talkies inside. Adam was overjoyed and nearly cried. Adam was overjoyed he could finally talk to Eve. Before he could do that, he had to deliver the walkie-talkie to her place. On a windy dark night, Adam stealthily descended the stairs, dodging one zombie horde after another. He dashed to the other side of the road. He tossed the walkie-talkie up to Eve's balcony. At dawn the next day, Adam woke to the sound of a woman's voice. From that moment onward, they could finally talk freely on the walkie-talkie. Adam couldn't wipe the smile off his face. They almost forgot the world had ended, but their joy was brief. Adam was running out of food. He had to take the risk of going out for food. He shoved the surfboard barricade aside. Adam squeezed into the ventilation shaft. He searched nearby apartments for supplies. The stench was unbearable, still better than the deadly corridors. He picked an apartment at random and jumped down. The room was safe and secure. Adam lowered his guard carefully. He found stacks of food in the kitchen. He quickly ran to tell Eve about their food discovery. Eve was deeply concerned that he might encounter danger. Adam assured her it was safe. Just as he turned his head around, an old man emerged out of nowhere. They checked for no infection. They both lowered their guard. The homeowner hadn't seen another survivor in ages. Adam was traveling all alone. His whole demeanor warmed up immediately. He absolutely insisted on preparing a feast. Adam could take anything from the cabinets. Adam was unaware he was walking into a trap. Adam turned around to fetch the drinks. Suddenly, the old man struck without warning. Adam woke up groggily from unconsciousness. A zombie appeared before him. The homeowner sat nearby, safe and sound. The zombie was none other than the old man's wife. Even after she became a zombie, the old man loved her beyond death. He tied his undead wife to the bed and kept her there. After sacrificing his 2 beloved pet dogs, the old man was desperate to find food for his wife. Adam, a living meal, just walked right into his hands. Right at that moment, the walkie-talkie outside suddenly crackled with a call. The old man hurried out to check. Adam worried Eve might be in danger too. With a surge of strength, he snapped the ropes. Hearing the noise, the old man came running back. In one motion, he shoved the old man toward his wife. Perfect timing for their next snap. Adam gathered his gear and prepared to go. Then he heard Eve scream for help. Adam was electrified by a rush of adrenaline. He dashed right through the zombies. He dashed back downstairs in a flash. He spotted Eve stranded on her balcony. The room swarmed with zombies. Adam acted without hesitation. He slid down the cloth rope. He landed hard. He was lucky to find a rifle there. He fired and took down the zombies. The gunshots unexpectedly attracted more zombies. As zombies closed in on Adam, Eve tossed down a rope from the balcony. Adam clutched the cloth and climbed up. The zombies pursued relentlessly. In a snap decision, Adam vaulted to a lower balcony and severed the rope. He checked and found no zombies behind. He urged Eve to climb down. Eve slid down the fabric strip. Adam caught her just before she hit the ground. Their first moment of true connection. This is no time for gentle moments between them. They reached the living room. Several zombies suddenly broke into the room. A hidden scene behind the door. Adam pulled Eve into the hallway. They bolted past the zombies. Adam and Eve barely escaped into the hallway stairwell. Adam's apartment was just 2 floors above them now. A zombie attacked the moment he opened the door. Caught off guard suddenly, Adam and the zombie tumbled down the stairs. In the nick of time, Eve swung the climbing axe with all her might. Once Adam was safe, he grabbed Eve's hand and rushed toward his home. Zombies kept coming at them. They dodged and slashed their way through. Just as they reached the door, a huge zombie suddenly lunged straight at them. Eve could only watch as they battled on. The zombie still struggled to get inside. Adam quickly pulled it back out. Eve's eyes remained fixed on the door with intense focus. Adam burst in just in time. He first warned Eve not to get too close to the door. He hurried to the balcony to check his wound. If he had been bitten by a zombie, he'd jump without hesitation. He wouldn't let Eve get hurt, no matter what. Eve offered a quiet prayer in her heart. Adam was confirmed to be uninfected. The woman wept tears of pure joy. The growls from outside started up again. The pair swiftly pushed against the fridge to block it. The danger had not yet passed. After all they had gone through, they were certain they could overcome the challenge together. That concludes the entire content of Alone. That wraps up today's session. Let us know your thoughts. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.